Hello everyone and welcome to our I Pick My Butt video. Another exciting day because we have Vampire Survivors. Yes, that's right. When Survivor.io first came out, everybody just said what a ripoff of the game it was of this right here, Vampire Survivors. And originally this was just out on Steam. I think it was originally like $4. You could buy some more extras on it, but they have officially just a couple hours ago made it a mobile game. Yes, that's right. So delete Survivor.io. You don't need to play it anymore. You can play the OG game, and this game is pretty freaking awesome. Now, I do want to say here that it is a little bit more of an 8-bit, 16-bit graphics, which might not appeal to the newer generation, but for somebody that grew up on Nintendo, I absolutely love this, and this is pretty freaking hard too, I'm not gonna lie. So just right off the bat, showing you some of the things here. We have 4 different heroes that you can choose from. I don't know if there's gonna be more. Like I said, just came out about an hour ago, but the big thing is if you just go through, play this once, end up dying, you can go in and purchase all those heroes right away. It's not a cash grab. This actually doesn't cost any money. There is ads inside the game to revive yourself and to double up your gold, and I think that's how they're making the revenue on it. Now, this is a brilliant idea right here. I don't know why everybody doesn't do this, but go into options, go over to the actual spot where you're going to see portrait mode on it, and we can go through and change it over to landscape left or landscape right, depending on how you like to hold your phone. And voila, you can play in landscape mode. I mean, it's one of the most simplest things in the world, but it really is that freaking awesome that we have that option to do so. Now, out of the 4 heroes, I don't know which one I exactly like the best because I haven't had enough time to play it. I think it might be the Gennaro guy all the way on the right, but this is Antonio right here. You can see him using this kind of whip thing, and it's kind of like the katana from Survivor.io, or I should say the katana is like this, but just to kind of give you a feel on it there, it does seem to hit left or right. I really don't know if that's going to change eventually, but you can see he's going to gain 10% more damage every 10 levels, and it's going to be a max of 50%. Now, as far as Gennaro here, you see down there, permanent +1 projectile, all weapons, and boy, that sounds a lot like the kunai, doesn't it? So I can really see why people say that Survivor.io ripped off this game, because it definitely does see like this. But this is definitely more of my play style here of having those projectiles just auto attacking on it. And I don't know if you saw at the very beginning there, we'll show it on the big screen here on the left. When you go and select your characters, you'll now see all your stats on, and that's because I unlocked some of the stats by spending gold inside the game. Now with Pasqualina, you can see we're going to have this kind of diamond-shaped projectile, and that'll actually bounce off walls too, so that's great for a board like this. But you see projectiles get 10% faster every 5 levels, and that's max 30% on it. And if you look at the actual screen too, this was done in the landscape mode, so all those stats got moved over from the top over to the side. I think that's a nice little detail there. And last we have is Imelda, and you can see here it's kind of like an auto-aiming wand, and we're going to get 10% more experience every 5 levels for a max of 30%. So after I played it the second time, and I maybe went like a good 17 minutes if I had a guess on it, I was now brought to the stage selection screen on it, which meant that I went long enough where I now unlocked a new area. So I thought that was pretty cool too, that now I could go in and play something a little bit different. I was following the green arrow for a while. I think that's just kind of let me know that's the direction I'm supposed to be moving in. Now before we actually go into the gameplay and kind of show you what all the fun things are about inside there, I did want to show you this whole power-up section, because this is where you're going to go with your gold, and this is how you increase your stats inside the game. Now I did try that refund power-ups there, and I didn't lose any gold, so if you do get a bunch of stuff and then you want to get the one that's 5,000, you could go refund everything and just grab that one. I think I saw one 5,000 for you'll get a free revive at 50% health. Jeez, that sounds familiar too. But at any rate, this is a nice little setup here. And then the other thing they had too was you have unlockable. So as you beat the game, it's kind of like, you know, hey, these are all the challenges that you complete inside the game. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then the other thing they have too is collections, which is pretty much saying, hey, I've grabbed every single ability inside the game. And I imagine a couple of these are probably harder to get than some of the ones we're seeing pretty commonly. All right, so now the actual gameplay here, and kind of show you what some of the things look like. Now, one of the big differences you'll see is there's a whole lot of things that will stop you from running into it, and you don't really move that fast in this game either. So you do move quite slow, so keep that in mind. You know, you see the little green stuff there. There's trees around, there's fences, anything to just kind of halt you a little bit. And like I said, this game is a lot harder than Survivor.io. Now, you will grab upgrades, as you just saw there a second, based by the blue bar up top, and it doesn't seem like, from what I could tell, that there's any type of stop on it. I mean, it's not like, hey, you got to 5 stars, it's all done. I think there is some upgrades in it. Like I said, still too early for me to tell. I really wanted to get this video out just to kind of show you, guys, you got to start playing this. But some of the cool things that I did see in this were these right here. These will kind of be your boss battles inside the game from what I can tell. You can see here we're fighting this big guy, but you're going to have all these enemies around in a circle around you, or kind of like a circle, I guess I should say, but they're going to slowly close in on you and pretty much force you either to die or go and just, beat the guy. But you can see here we got a chest, and sometimes I did get one of these where it unlocked 3 abilities inside the game. Got a bunch of gold there too, which is pretty cool. But occasionally you will see enemies that kind of have a blue outline around them, which are, I guess you consider them elites, but they're going to take a little bit longer to kill, but they will also grant you chests inside the game. Now there will be meat around, but you can see this is kind of like a power up here flash on the screen. This is going to freeze everybody. I was a little bit unsure of what to do at first, but freeze everybody, you can get your shots in and collect the actual resources you need to level yourself up. And here's another one right here, which you see flash on there. Pretty much makes it where I'm breathing fire. Look at it, just melts everything. Literally melts them. Another crazy one. The other ones I saw too, or at least was able to grab, was there was a bomb, killed everything on the screen, and kind of like a magnet type thing, which sucked all those resources back into me. But guys, I think a lot of credit needs to be thrown at these guys here, because it seems definitely like me that this is where we got our Survivor.io from, and this game definitely is a solid one to play. If you already have played this on Steam, Vampire Survivors, and you are considered a veteran, give me some tips in the comments below. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know what I should be doing in this and what I should be going after, because we're going to be making a lot more videos on this game. But other than that, guys, join the Discord if you haven't already. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.